our dough, chaps. We've done our dough.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Odds. Week 37 is here. Blue Diamond Stakes Day. Fantastic day. Such good racing. Each race is packed full of stars. Quality. There's a bit of Sydney, there's a bit of Brisbane to put it out. That'll be nice to do a few bets, try and get a few bonus bets back, vary things up, but the main action's in Melbourne. So, what happened last week? Backs were against the wall, was sub 4% returns, and things needed to turn around, and it was actually exactly that. It didn't come from the sport. I thought it might. I thought that might be a turnaround. We might at least get bonus bets back. Got nothing from the $20 outlay on the NRL specialty game. I've got to stop betting on these things I know nothing about sport-wise. It was good when I started this podcast in June betting on the AFL, because at least I know something about AFL. I can generate some returns. The only other sport I really know anything about, this is just sidetracking here for a brief moment, is tennis. But tennis is a terrible sport to bet on because there are so many momentum changes. Favourites do often lose. Even with sets, unknown players can sort of win for a while. I love it. Could talk tennis all day long. Not a good sport to bet on. AFL is good. Recently, it's been straying into basketball, into rugby, into all kinds of other stuff. And it's starting to really show. The returns are not there. So last week, got nothing out from the NRL, but racing-wise, it was excellent. So started out with a good, sensible bet on Revelare, got a few dollars back. Tyrus, which I had seen something in that run the week before, the way that it wove through the field, ran fifth, had merit to it. The value was there, 26s, blew even to 30s. And, I mean, it could have almost won. It probably... I mean, it did get the nose down right on the line, so Showing Swile was a bit unlucky, but almost could have stolen the race. So that was a great return. Rise at Dawn was a sensible bet because it's a winning horse, often does well. Sea Palace delivered on the form was franked. Skybird, that was a bonus bet, a 50-cent bonus bet and a place bet. I'm still surprised that it won, but it was good management, I suppose. And then the Quinella, well, paid like 160, we got a quarter of that. Fangirl won in Sydney. That was good to narrow it down to that horse because Vias Ascena wasn't as well suited, the same for a few of the others. Age of Sailing winning as well. It was great. So returns were around 130 for the $50 outlay. So the profits could have been about 140. It was about 80 or 90 bucks. So that brought the profits right up back to 7 or 8%. So things are looking good. Sport's still a bit down, but this week we're segueing into EPL for something different. So anyway, things are off the flat lining, and yeah, Caulfield is fantastic. I don't know what they're going to do with the 36-degree weather, whether they're going to have to start the races really early or start them later in the day. It's going to be a hard one. But anyway, we'll get straight into Caulfield. So the early races here. Let's have a look. Race 1, Whirlpool Handicap. This is only a small field. The main things here to realise that Tonkin won really well at Moonee Valley, but a lot of leaders can look really good at Moonee Valley. So booted away on the turn, won well, that's great. Starting at 290, short in a very good field. It's probably going to go to the lead. It will definitely have other horses there to bother it. Samangu will be around. Bella Chinquay will be up there as well. That's possibly more 1,000-metre specialists, stretching to the 1,100 metres. It could get found out a little bit. Has got the 3 kilo claim, paying 23, good value. It's going to have to try and come across and slot in. Samangu will be up there. I mean, it's looked good at getting through the grades 70. But this is a good feature race day. Now, you've got to tackle horses like Miss ARIA, which I'll get back to in a moment. So Herbert Park will go up there as well from the fence. Mrs. Christie will go back. Pondalawi, when it ran well at Caulfield previously, it was the beneficiary of that when Expressiveness and Isthmus knocked together. It's been good since then. Fourth at Sandown, ran down the straight. At Fowington, didn't really run anywhere. What I mean to say is it's a good horse, but this is a competitive field. Miss ARIA to me is like such a no-brainer. It's running in hot races, Group 2, Group 3, only, a few lengths behind like Lady in Pink, Fantify when it was winning, a couple of lengths off Ray Magnerio recently. It's been running consistently in these group races, and then it's sort of dropping way back in class here against these. I know it's got the extra weight, 58 compared to 54, but far out. I mean, even the money yesterday on the Wednesday was 650. Now it's into sixes. To me, I just want to have that each way. Definitely, who knows how the rest of it will play out. Too hard. Just for me, each way is ARIA. Race 2 is 1100 metres as well, 84 grade. Big-ish field. Interesting race, a lot of different form lines. Bellinger's got a wicked acceleration. I was watching some of the replays. The way that it wove through the field at Caulfield, it was unbelievable. Like, horses don't really make that much ground at Caulfield typically. That's just, and it always starts over the odds, so that's 17. Beast Mode had a tough run last time. I'm not surprised that it wilted. It sort of was sitting outside the leaders and just, did too much work early, couldn't hold on. Maximilius made ground ahead of tiring horses, but that's big odds anyway. It's like $70. Osamu, King of the Battlers, just going to go past that. Legio 10, it had a good run behind Barraquil in one of its runs. That's just going to go back. Barrier 11 probably suits it. It'll go straight back. Won't have to worry about getting caught anywhere. If the speed's on, that comes into contention. Again, the default of Caulfield is probably leader-oriented. It's going to be hot weather, so I'll be leaving Legio out a bit. Lunacat is okay. Don't hope to. It's a horse I like. It's a name I like. But I just feel like the jumping class is a lot right now to deal with. Top Caliber. I know it's 3 from 3, but I don't think it's beaten much in Adelaide, and it just looked to me like it's going to come here and not perform. Happy to be wrong. Just got to make a bit of a call. Winner's Edge. I know it's the favourite, and I don't typically like to go for the favourites, but I just think they're running in the best races. Ran on powerfully from back in the field to only miss by just over a length at Sandown. Ran 4th in that really good 1,000-metre race on, it was either Cup Day or Oaks Day behind Manolo Bling. That was a great field, and it's run 4th, and it's probably improved since then. So for me, Winner's Edge, I just want to be on the best horse. American Liaison, in terms of exotics, American Liaison looked good in its runs running home. It won at odds as well, which is good and backed it up. So I'll be putting that in exotics. Chinqui, it's a leader. I don't think it beat much last time at Odin's Son. I'll be leaving that out. Gronkowski, around the mark. So each way Winner's Edge. American Liaison will feature in some of the exotics. So Bellinger, Beast Mode as well. People are just going to look at the second, fifth spell, second, sixth, and sort of write it off. But no, much better than that. On that note, for the first 36 weeks, what I've been doing is posting the bets in the video, in the YouTube podcast upload. And it was never ideal because you always want to leave your betting to the day, to the last minute as much as possible, so you can take into account how the track's playing, whether the odds are right for you. Often I found that actually taking some of these odds early on Wednesday, Thursday is good. Other times you just get offered bad prices. Like Sportsbet always have these weak markets, probably running at like 120%, which they set, and then they wind in sort of as the races come closer and closer and closer to game time. So you don't want to be taking those odds early on. So I've been sort of locked into making selections on a Thursday. A lot of scratchings as well, sort of being good for getting a little bit of money back, but bad for sort of diluting our pool. So I'm going to switch it up and actually post the bets now in the comments on the YouTube video. Just update them on a Saturday so that they'll still be there before the races jump, but it gives me a bit more lead time to be able to factor in sort of how I see things playing. I'll put a few bets on for the first few races, and then I'll add in the next stage. In this podcast, I'll still go through sort of the general tips, but I'll leave the actual money amounts to that, and that's an easy way to check in and see. So yeah, race 2, Winner's Edge, and then it'll be some sort of exotic around that. Maybe it's a roving banker with either the field or American Liaison, Bellinger, Beast Mode. Race 3, Quantum Classic 800. This one's good. Emphasize was tough last time in winning. Confetti Garden, 2 from 2. They look like lower quality races in my estimation. Chichetti was good on Melbourne Cup Day, getting up to front of the 1800. Ran on well. I think it's going to need a bit more room. Caulfield I don't think it's going to suit. I'd like to see it a few runs into the prep as well. Entrusting was good, beating Miss, was it Mary Louise during the week? Mary Eliza at Sandown. That was good. Imperialist, well named at Churchill and Dancing Hare. Comes to a few average races in Sydney. Scary will be better off in a bigger track. Good stay though. The one I want to be on is SHANWAH, $3.60. It's been winning at Mornington and Caulfield. It's sitting on the pace. It's won by good margins. I just feel some of these stays aren't really at their tip top yet, and I'd rather be on a horse that's going to position well, has the acceleration. I don't really want to go against Emphasize, but because it's been impressive, the market's sort of gone to 250, and SHANWAH is a little bit outside of that, so I'll go that each way. Race 4, Zeditave Stakes, 1200 metres. This is a really hot race, really good race, lots of chances. Hard to get a really clear line. Like Lofty Arch was really good in its first prep. In its third run, it held on, it led, kicked away, it was under pressure and then held on over a lovely cut. Looks like a really good horse. And Very Knight's going to have to cross. He'll probably go to the lead. It's a bit tricky. This is a good race. Polyglot, I don't think the form that's coming through in Sydney is that good. Last time behind Arts Alive. I just think when you compare that's come through 72 grade, to like Tropicus, which is they're running in all these like group ones, I just think it's night and day. So interest points gone off the boil. Sergeant Major really wants probably wet ground rather than dry. It's going to get dry. Bartholf is the interesting one. Going through Sydney, running in those 72 grade races. Won at 64 grade really well, running away. Hard to line up the form. Certainly an interesting horse, paying 17. Parliamentary, one run for one win. Up on the pace. Run away by a few lengths. So they'll be up there. Same for Yes Lulu. SHANWAH. Too hard for me. I'm just going to go Tropicus each way. I'm going to let the quality speak. Race 5, another great race. Angus Armanasco, 1400. $2 Lizzie, first up over the 1400. Makes a lot of appeal. If it's right, if it's a leads track as I expect, be hard to run down. Treasure the Moment surprised me all the way through last prep, culminating in the Oak Swing. I'm just assuming it'll be too short for it here. Kitty Flash was impressive in New Zealand. You look through some of those races that ran behind Alabama Lass, Oakleigh, some really good horses. Sorry, it might have been Alabama Lass, might have been Ardalio. But it's been running in... Oh no, it was behind Alabama Lass in that group too. Yep, 20 group ones over there. Watch some of the videos. Looks tough, looks good. Out of base high. Probably over the odds at 12s. Actuality ran pretty well last time at Caulfield. In a race where they didn't make a lot of ground. In fact, that whole day, I think that any of the form from the 8s, or where it was that deluge, I think you can sort of write it off to a degree. So I wouldn't be taking... I just think that did run well against the pattern, and keep an eye on that. Not necessarily in this race, but for the future. Perfect Picture, well named. Seeing Mine Purple I think that form is good. Big Blue Hawaiian, that should be going Quinella's. And then Jenny the Fox, it wasn't that bad last time. I know the 6 looks a bit sus, but it was in group 2. It sort of it was holding ground with those horses that ran away. So I'm going to stick with it. So each way on $2 is probably too short. I'll do one bet on it just as a saver with, say, Sports Bet, and then the other one, the tail one, Jenny the Fox. And then Quinella's for 2, 4, 5, Better Gilles, always runs good races. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Just to take advantage of some of those outsiders. Flying through this a little bit. Race 60, Mannerism Stakes. A lot of good horses again. It's so glad race is a bit of a non-winner. Surprised that that's almost the favourite at 480. Capricorn Stars come up in grade. Corvalante, if there was an award for a horse running in good quality races, only being a few lengths behind it, to go to this. 550, it's dropping in grade for this one. That looks good. Samana, running in really good sort of like group 1 grade at the Magic Millions. That's down in class and it really has a lot to offer. Grinzinger Bell, the surprise packet of the spring, back for more here. If it does anything, if it offers anything like those runs at Flemington and Caulfield, it's so close to winning. Is the 362 short? I'd probably rather be on Samana. It's had a few runs in. It's down in grade. That's the each way for me, Samana, but still Quinella for Grinzinger Bell, Samana, Corvalante, 246. They're all favourites, but to me, that's just the way to go. Quintessa, I'd love to see it back in form. It's sort of quite out of form at the moment, but things can turn around very quickly. 15 career starts, 5 wins, 3 placings. Can't argue with that whatsoever. So, yeah, let's see if Samana can finally get a win to its name. Race 7, the Futurity. Damn, if you look at Mr. Brightside's record, 10 starts at the track, 5 wins, 4 placings. Distance, 13 starts, 6 wins, 5 placings. Second up, 7 starts, 5 wins, 1 placing. Damn, it's just so good. From barrier level, it'll probably go forward-ish. It's on the pace. The 210 is pretty prohibitive, but damn, it's a good horse. I think that a few of these other ones evaporate. The distance is too short. Private Life, it's a chance, but 11's maybe too short. Place the Carousel's been found out. I don't think Suda Smink will deliver in Victoria too often. It's probably not in this kind of race. Still in shock that Light Infantryman is a Group 1 winner. You can knock him with a feather. That's unbelievable. Tom Kitten never seems to have a lot of luck. I wish I win quality horse. I'll be going with Simple Quinella. 1, Mr. Brightside. 2, I wish I win. 4, Tom Kitten. Pericles, I think, a little bit out of its depth here, but yeah, Brightside all the way. Brightside all the way. Race 7. Race 8's the Blue Diamond. Gee, it might not be the best edition, but it is even all the way. Probably is a good edition, really. You've got this sort of triangle of My Gladiola, Field of Play, and Tempted right up in the market. Cherish Me as well. Just going down the order. Field of Play was powerful last time, holding them off. I want to reiterate, I think all the form from that Caulfield meeting is suspects. You couldn't believe and win. I don't know that they probably did the right thing on Gladiola. Actually, I'll come back to that. I'll just go down the field. But to get back to the main point, I think that Caulfield form from last week is a bit suspect. Despite that, Field of Play looked really good. It didn't beat much in that previous race, like Aleppo Pine, Devil Knight. There was a first starter with a Japanese name like Shizumi Owada. I don't think it beat anything, so I wouldn't be taking the $5 about its favourite at Blue Diamond, even though I think it is a good horse, for sure. Tycoon Star ran on well, could easily run a place, but so could a lot of them. Extractor, 2 runs, 2/3. It's very tough in Sydney, very, very tough. That would be a very live place chance. Tintiris, it was great for us last week. Did it beat much? I don't think so. Devil Knight, it's had 1 run, hard to do. Autumn Mystery, this has run on really well in all of its runs. If it gets the breaks, massive chance. Barrier 16, it's going to go straight back. It's just going to need some breaks. It's going to need some speed on. If it's run on, that's over the odds at 40s. Olatunde is straight no for me. Although, in a Blue Diamond, also it can pay if you like a particular horse. Take it into Quinella and then just rub it with the field. Often you'll get some ridiculous outsiders running well, or you get some favourites getting into trouble, and you'll just see some crazy odds in the top 3. So I don't want to write off anything really, realistically. Number 8, the Playwright. The runs have been great. The win last time was strong. This is what you want. Horse and barrier 3 that can go forward and make its own luck. Paying $15. I mean, this is all just run up at the Magic Millions. Won in Sydney last start. It's beaten Icarian Dream, and that was in form. Good horse, really good horse. So respect for the Playwright. Palm Angel had the perfect run last time. Gladiola did all the work leading with that horrible headwind going straight in its face. They came around the turn, able to slot it out of that trail, had the drop on it, was always going to win from that point. I still don't really believe that it's one of the better 2-year-olds currently around, but hey, I'm wrong every week about a lot of things. But yeah, it definitely got the best run. It's got barrier 1, so it could sort of be behind the leaders again, but I don't think it'll be that that sort of pattern again. Icarian Dream's back. It's had a couple of, it sort of wilted badly last time at the Gold Coast, but yeah, 26 overs. Gladiola. So what I meant to say before is that they knew they had the best horse, so I think they just wanted to go forward and give it all the breaks so that there wouldn't be any hard luck stories. The irony is that it wasn't a day to lead whatsoever, so I'm not surprised that it didn't win, but still had a held on for second. But anyway, they've got more options this time. Very 11, they can position themselves maybe a bit midfield. It's still a very good horse. The money was massive last time, like $1.95. Sorry, $1.75 by the time it jumped. Now it's paying $8. I know this is a three-point race, but people have jumped on and now they've jumped off. Mr. Lee is a straight-up back marker who just needs all the breaks. Barrier 10's good. Could easily run a place. Just depends on how things pan out. Wilshire Square's been solid. Cherish Mead's had that one run. I think then like a massive spell. Big Cavalry Girl quite well. I gotta leave it. Tempted. This is the one for me. Number 15, Craig Williams on board. The ground that it made up in Sydney on the playwright was massive, and I think it missed the start as well. So I am all about this horse. Love the run. If it can just get a semi-decent run, I think it'll be too good for them. So Tempted all the way, and then Eden Rose, yeah, I think it's out of step. Even though nothing is. So yeah, for me it'll be each way on Tempted. Something as a saber on my Gladiola, just in the value. Also the playwright. I'll do those 3, and I'll do a Quinella for, let's say 3, 6, 8, 11, 15. That's race 8. Race 9 is the Oakleigh Plate. Straight up, the Oakleigh Plate is it's for second stream sprinters. It's the Galaxy, just like the Galaxy is in Sydney. This is here. The top liners will be in the Newmarket for sure. They'll be in the Lightning, but generally it'll be some sort of not as good horse winning this. Great betting race, huge fields, extremely interesting, just very, very difficult to pin anything down. So with that in note, I'll just briefly go through it. I am the quality runner. Love the race the team running in. I think having placed here before, that's huge. Loves the distance. Starts 5 wins. To me, that should be paying a lot less than 11. Should be one of the favourites. Estriel is a good horse, but I wouldn't want to take the 460. Golden Boom, the opposition in Brisbane hasn't been that strong. It's drawn wide, wants to go forward, not a good combination. The Striker's a good horse for sure. Rayback Nerio might be a little bit out of step now, but I mean, this isn't the strongest thing, and it's got 55 kilos. Insurrection, not sure. Jerry Starred, what hope further? Hard to say. Not so sure. Like, Shripper has been a letdown for so long, sort of out of form. And then before this, it's just won a trial by 6 lengths. If that came out and won, it'd be wild. It'd be surprising. Trading that it's $12, it probably should be 30s, but there it is. Anything below that, they're sort of in the running for places, especially Ashford Street. Headwall was good behind Moby Dick. Prairie Flower at 60, Sandsert at 50s. This is a great race for exotics. You can just sort of take a few trifectas, maybe with a few roving bankers. There'll definitely be something at 50 to 1 running a place. It's just that kind of race. It's just chaotic. Arabian Summer ran really well last time. That with 50 kilos, it's a great bet at $10. But yeah, it's just a chaos ball, this race. And then race 10 is a straight up skip for me. I'm not going to worry. So then going to Rosehill real quick. Race 1, initially it was going to be a skip. I want to have something each way on Gardenzio. It's had 2 runs in over unsuitable distances. Now gets the 1500 and 1600 at once. 6 placings out of 14, 3 wins out of 14. $70, 16 for the place. Insane. So something for the place on that. And then in Inferencia, number 13, 40-1. Also form's been good, almost a 50% place rate. That's paying 40, so something for the place on that. Actually, for both of those. Race 2, I was going to write off as well, but 2 down the bottom. Rick Petite, love the song, love the name. Mountain Chatter, number 19, form's not bad. Rick Petite 60s, Mountain Chatter's 40s. Either each way or place for those. And then a Quinella for 7, Bide Your Time, 2 stars, 2 wins, 9 off the press, 18 and 19. Also throwing Creon. That used to be sort of semi-decent in this horse. It's gone off the boil a little bit, but definitely worth throwing in that Quinella. 2, 7, 9, 18, 19. Race 3 is a skip. Race 4, Time Bandit, because I like the pop band from the 80s and the form's not too bad. And Bonita Queen, well drawn, 3 runs in, 3 kilo claim, $4.80, a lot to like. So I'll do 2 bets there. Race 5, this is where we start to get to the good group stuff. Millie Fox, the group 2. Hinge wants wet. Macarena's the class runner. Scarlet Oak wants further. Five Storm's good first up. Tricky race. Might just have something small in Macarena. Hope for the bonus bets back. That's race 5. Race 6, a lot of first starters. I'll just have something on Belmercy. The win was really, really good in its only run. Pretty sure it was over Oakleigh. It was. Came from back in the field. So just an each way bet on Belmercy. Can't let $3 favourite. Race 7, the Parramatta Cup. Want nothing to do with it whatsoever. And then race 8, Hobartville Stakes. This is a very tricky race. Just for the future. Number 7, Firm Agreement. I'm very impressed with the way that it worked through its races. Ended up running a placing by El Costello over 2,000, the group on at Randwick. All of its 4 runs were close margins. That was either a length or 2 lengths behind the winner, or if it didn't win, it won by about 11-2. That's a horse to follow in general. It's paying 80 here and 12 for the place, so definitely a place to have Firm Agreement. Aliana, number 11. Big chance, Just Party is good value at 50s. It's got a better than 50% place rate. It's 1 second up before. Broadsiding, first up here. Benefit of a winning trial. Yeah, pretty huge, pretty short as well. So that's race 8. Quinella 1, Broadsiding, 6 Just Party, 7 Firm Agreement, 9 Good Luck to me, 11 Aliana. So I'll leave that for Rosehill. I'll leave races 9 and 10. And then a quick little look at Doomben. Race 1, something I certainly can. The favourite broke through last time, 4th run in this prep. I think it can continue on. Race 2, favourite is Diablo Bolt. I just feel like it's a horse that gets back. I don't really like that in $2.40 favourite. I'll take Waltham. It's the other favourite, adding $3.50. First up, it has won before. It's had some good trials. Barrier 1, a lot to like. So each way on Waltham. And then race 3, a few first starters here. Jaggery has had the benefit of 3 runs, and they've been good. The second especially wasn't far away from Shaggy, who's since won Sydney. That's got to be noted. The favourite's Penrod, which is won a trial by 5 lengths. But you know what? So is Toro Chase. That's won a trial by 6 lengths. So I'll just do Toro Chase each way at the $11. Penrod, okay. See, that's paying $2.30. And then, yeah, just want to make a point of Jaggery. So Quinella, and better luck next time has sort of gone under the radar. 3 starts with 2 wins, that's paying $7.50. So Quinella for 1, 3, 7, and 8. 1, better luck next time, 3 Jaggery, 7 Creed, 8 Toro Chase. We'll take on the favourite Penrod. Race 4, like Impervious, it was a good win. Like the name as well. Sunrays has drawn badly. Lonesome Soul, a good win. Then a close up. Then a run behind Sunrays, 80-1. Don't on that for the place. Carbonara had a good win, but you can't take everything. That's race 4. We'll skip race 5, skip race 6. And then race 7. Just want to make a point of this is a really good betting race. It's the dual prelude. Heart and Spirit, number 9. It's paid $20, 5 starts, 2 wins and a placing. Value. So each one on that, Heart and Spirit, and then race 8, just something on Tectonic Plate. It's also a like, it's always around the mark. 19 starts at 7 over 6 placings, something on Tectonic Plate. So that's all the racing covered. For the sport, points there that we got promotion on the EPL. 3-leg multi, miss a leg, get bonus bets back. So I've taken the 3 most favourite teams, Bournemouth, Arsenal and Brighton. Arsenal was around $1.27. Bournemouth was like $1.59. Brighton was like $1.57. One of them was playing away. It wasn't Arsenal, they were at home. I think it was Brighton playing away. Yeah, let's just see how that goes. I had a better feeling about that than saying the NBA or the NFL. So that's everything. It's an awesome racing day on Saturday. Let's just hope the heat isn't too crazy, and we are looking to build on our 7% overall returns and just really get a profit this week, and hopefully we can jag some outsiders. So good luck to you, and we'll be back.
And then came Sweet Liaison as they turned for home. Jefferson, he's been in front every inch of the way. He's out wide too.